The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. Here comes K.J. Osborne out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays. And what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
K.J. Osborne, what he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. You talk about this Lions defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Cousins on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not the one that starts throwing the football. It was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy check downs. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive. They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Cousins again. Pass caught here by Osborne. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Completes this to Addison out left. And he will have a Vikings first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. It's only the first quarter. That's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Osborne on the return from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On second down, Cousins again. Pass complete to Addison. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Cousins now on second down. This is caught by Addison. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. To throw is Cousins. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Just beating the play clock is gone. Oh, a short pass here taken in by Laporta. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Powell on the return. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Addison hauls it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Throwing is Cousins. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Cousins. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now 2nd and 5. Addison will go in motion left. Second down, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw is Goff. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Oh, look at the juke. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Still on his feet. He may go. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Now the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
First down, here's Cousins. Oh, and that is incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. He gets it to Addison. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, Cousins. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Cousins to throw it. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Not an easy spot here. Maybe in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Complete to Addison on the out route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here's a 3rd and 14. Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Goff. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Read option. This is Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit! Jahmyr Gibbs with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest holds for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Osborne on the return from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Completes this to Addison out left. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On 3rd down, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception lows they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the 2nd half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Osborne on the return from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid. Dropped at the 18. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Addison will go in motion left. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Dobbs. Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Back to throw Dobbs. That is caught. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
18 Rattler.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running. And now look at him go. Khalif Raymond. And out of bounds finally, but not before getting it way across the 50 inside the 25. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. so not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. 70 yards rushing for Akers, and this is a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's got room. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cam Akers, 65 yards. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
It's a run with Akers. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown Lions. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Osborne on the return from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Dobbs is throwing to the right side and complete to Jefferson. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. 2nd down and 6 now.
79 Broncos.
Dobbs. Pass complete to Akers on the out route. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Akers back-to-back catches. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Lions. Mustang 19.
On 2nd down, Dobbs. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Dobbs. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. Here's Dobbs to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. 198 yards yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Mekhi Blackman gets in for the tackle.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest.